All right, we're back. We're back. And our topic for today is loyalty in the martial arts. Big, heavy. And I like to start with, I met a sensei, I want to say master because I'm pretty sure he has a master title, but he asked me, it looks interesting what you're doing, and I can't wait to meet you, and I can't wait to know. I want you to share with me everything you know, and it'd be great to get together. And I wrote back to him. I said, I'm sorry, but where I train and the room that I'm in, we have an honor code, and we have loyalty to our sensei, and we're not allowed to share what we learn. And he said, that's okay. Just act like it never happened. I never said anything. Like as if he knew it was wrong to ask.
It is wrong to ask. It is wrong to ask. That's horrible. That's horrible.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing to be interested in what another person's doing. And I'm always interested. I have a lot of friends in the martial arts, and when we get together, I become a student. I take the back seat to them, and as they demonstrate, whether they invite me to their dojo, visit, whatever it might be, I sit, I listen, because I'm interested in their interpretations and what they're doing, and where it came from, and what they're trying to accomplish, what they are accomplishing. But never would I ask them to show me everything that they have. That's interesting. There needs to be a loyalty to your tradition. The difficulty is people don't understand the purpose behind the loyalty. The purpose behind the loyalty is so that you remain loyal to what you're doing, and you keep the other person loyal to what they're doing. If you're going to do Kali, then do Kali. Don't do Kung Fu and tell me that it's Kali. And don't do Kali and tell me that it's Karate. This is the most advanced form of Karate. And then you start doing Kali. I've seen this. I've seen that stuff happen. How did that happen? Well, you have some Kung Fu master, right? And he starts seeing some sogobujutsu, and he's like, yeah, I do that. How's that done again? Yeah, I do that. I once did a demonstration, and it was in front of a whole bunch of martial artists, and I was appalled by this Kung Fu master's statement afterwards. Everybody was really wowed by what we did. Everybody's clapping and cheering, and then it was time for him to be up, and he was going to do some kata, which is entertaining, and he was going to get all his kids out there, and they were all going to go hiya, and that wasn't entertaining. He was worried about that, and when I walked off the stage, the crowd. Portion of the crowd kind of like followed me, and they were asking me about the art. And I was being as polite as possible and saying, "Well, there's another guy on right now. I'll talk about it after this whole thing's over." So he says to the crowd, "Oh, that guy's done. Okay, if you want to see that, you can come to my school to see that. This is his intro. You can come to my school to see that because we do everything."
I think I remember that.
You were there for that.
Yeah.
We do everything that they do. Now, let me show you something different. And then he had his...
What world are we living in? It was almost like a movie. I do remember that.
Yeah, and I was just
Did he just say what I thought he just said? Does he want us to fight right now?
And then I got back on the stage because I was appalled by that statement, and I said, I would like to see that. You're a Kung Fu practitioner? I'd like to see you do anything that I just did.
I remember.
And then he's like, Sir, you had your time. And I was like,
Wow, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was a while ago. That was like 2006, 2007.
Right on the money. So, what is that about? It was 2006. So, what is that about? Why? He wasn't being loyal, in my view. He wasn't being loyal to his teachers and his art. He was letting the ego come in. He was letting the fear maybe come in of him not getting the students at this event. Whatever it may be, saving face. I have no idea his plan, or I don't want to put words into. It's not my job to judge a person. What I do gather from it though is there's no loyalty. There's no loyalty to the truth. There's no loyalty to his public. There's no loyalty to himself. So you being honest with yourself, you're loyal to yourself and to your art. Your art form doesn't have those movements in it. It doesn't do any never seen Kung Fu do Shihonage. It just doesn't happen. I've never seen Kung Fu do Kage Gatame, a shadow run. It doesn't exist. You know, sorry Kung Fu guys, but we have separate arts.
And somebody meshed them together.
Well, you didn't get the chance to mesh it together. You just made the statement, I do everything. The loyalty is to the truth. When we talk about loyalty to martial arts, that's what we're talking about. Loyalty to the truth. It always goes back to the truth. When we're being loyal to our senseis, we're being loyal to the truth of what they taught us. And when we step outside of that, create our own movement, and then we say, yeah, sensei taught me that. That's not being loyal. That's a lie. When we do a technique and then we say, yeah, I came up with that. That's not being loyal. That's a lie. You pay homage to where it came from. Now, this is my martial art. I invented it. You invent your own style. Who were your teachers? I didn't have any teachers. I got it from the Four Winds. You are not loyal. You know, that's silly, but he's a very prominent figure in the martial arts. People know who I'm talking about. And they don't want to. You can't speak badly about him, but that's what he told me. I obtained my knowledge from the Four Winds. Really? I thought you
What's
were
that? Internet, telephone, magazine.
This was a little while ago.
Oh, hey, so it was way back.
Way back. So, you know, so he attained his, and then it came out later that he had this teacher. This little old man came knocking on the door. Was pretty upset. I'm not the Four Winds, you know. I'm the man who taught you this. Loyalty. Loyalty is super important. Super, super important. Now here's the thing. Some people, recently this happened. A person came to me and he said, do you think it's disloyal to search for more knowledge? I said, what? Well, I attained everything that my sensei, taught me, and he doesn't know anymore. So can I look elsewhere? Of course you can. You're supposed to get permission from your instructor, which is what I've always done. When I was with my first ninjutsu instructor, I asked, do you mind if I learn from this other man who teaches samurais? And he said, yeah, sure, go ahead. You'll find quickly that the grass is green. Grass only appears to be greener on the other side. So I'm training with my first instructor, and I'm training with my second instructor. And he says, my first instructor says, we had a conversation, are you just about done? And I said, no, I'm not done. And he goes, well, when do you think you will be? And I said, 20 years. No, the guy's got a lot to teach. He's got a lot to teach. He says, well, you haven't seen yet that the grass is greener on the other side. That the grass isn't greener on the other side. I said, well, actually, the grass is greener on the other side. And I said, but here's the thing, I appreciate this grass too. And I wasn't interested in severing my ties with my first instructor. I made a home there, and I worked, and I strived to attain the position that I did, and nothing was given to me, and he wasn't a lousy martial artist. He was a legitimate martial artist, and he did his best to present some really good knowledge, and he did. So my loyalty was in question. The purpose why I joined martial arts was to learn martial arts. I often say this, and this is going to come out wrong, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to come out wrong. When we're talking about loyalty in the martial arts, loyalty first should come from your sensei. Look out there, guys. If you're a martial arts instructor, you need to open your eyes and look out there. When you look around to see different martial arts, if you see something that is superior to you in some way, you should let your students know that. I know it's not a good business plan, but here's the thing. Loyalty needs to come from the top down. If you don't present a good example, then guess what?
You're doing a disservice to your students.
You really are. I've seen people say, a lot of martial arts schools and teachers say, it's a policy, don't look over there, don't look over there, don't look over there. Well, what about what they're doing? Don't look over there. I tell my students to look everywhere.
You sure do. You say, if we find something, let you know.
Yeah, let me know. Let let me know.
You find something better than this, let me know. And you're not shy about that.
No way.
You've been right out front about it too.
Absolutely. And here's the thing: if you're, let's say, you're teaching what you think is reality-based martial arts, right? And you're telling some guy that, I'm going to hit this guy in the face and he's going to go down. He's going to go flat down because I popped him right in the nose. And that's your method, and that's what you're teaching. And then someone brings you a Sanukas Ryu video, right? Sanukas Ryu Jiu-Jitsu. Look it up, guys. They're really striving toward reality-based martial arts, and they do a good job at what they do. So, my Sanukas brothers out there, they all say "Woos."
Woos. I was about to say
They all
it.
say "Woos." So they're doing their thing, right? And then all of a sudden your student comes in and says, what about this Sanukas Ryu Jiu-Jitsu? Don't look at that. Why would you do that? If that student's interested in pursuing something that he feels is more reality-based and he's going toward that, question yourself first. Is it something that I should attain? Is this something that I should, unlike this Sanukas commercial?
Yeah.
So, what the plan is
This goes back to the first video we did last month,
what was that?
which is passing the buck.
Oh, right. It's all there. No, it's true.
Oh gosh.
So, so first, I think the loyalty has to come from the top. What my first instructor was doing is he was extremely loyal. He was extremely loyal to me. He went to the highest and the best authorities on ninjutsu. He studied under them. And I'm talking the best. So, when they were available to me, the best. So when he said, this is what I'm presenting and this is authentic ninjutsu, he's right. The thing is, kind of got lost in this samurai art. I saw that. Wow. These are all the things that he doesn't do. I need to do these things. This is all the information I need to have. I need to attain this information. He was nice enough, kind enough, loyal enough to me to allow me to go search that out and to find my